Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Time for BL with your host JD Young. And yes, it is going to be episode 4 of Vice Versa. In the last episode, we saw Jimmy and C. We saw Pwen and Tale say goodbye. And it turns out they wrote cute messages on each other's helmets. And I really like that because it's like we're seeing the flirting element now. But the only thing is it looked like Pwen was flirting. It looked more like Tale was being friendly. So I'm interested to see how they're going to go about that, especially since we saw where Tale said he's not interested in relationships. He's focused on his career and how they're going to play that out. I did mention about like how are they going to do it? Is it going to be a thing like, oh, you just need to find the right person? But I think it would be interesting, as well as I thought about it more, to have like a asexual gay character or a romantic gay character and like play into that with it. And so we can see like the different ways, because, you know, being asexual doesn't mean you don't want a romantic relationship, and being aromantic doesn't necessarily mean that you don't want a relationship. You just view it differently, or the way you go about it is different. So it'd be interesting to see if that's what they're going to play at, but probably not. It's probably going to be the whole, you found the right person and you're meant to be. It's destiny, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's jump into episode 4 of Vice Versa, uncut version. They need to stop. Okay, so I was kind of like, let the opening scene play out more before I say anything, because, you know, they're trying to come up with a name for the group. Up wants to call it Up and His Crew. I got the other dude and suggested end credits, and then Pwen said friend credits, and they're gonna go with that because they like it, because it shows that they're friends to the end. But I had to pause, because are those eggs pink, or am I seeing wrong? Like, that was a pink egg, right? Those are pink eggs. Are they colored pink and dyed pink, like, as, like, a certain dish? Like, is this a normal dish? Or are we saying that in this universe, eggs are pink? I need to know. Is it like green eggs and ham, but it's, like, pink eggs and BL? Is it chocolate? What is it? Why are the eggs pink? I know I've moved on from it. Like, I'm at the opening credits now, and I see that he took them to that room up on the roof that they have to climb really high, and if they fall, they die. But that's where I'm guessing they're doing their writing and meetings at. But why are the eggs pink? Or is like the name of this episode like Pink something? Have they shown that opening title credit to see what color is going to be used throughout the episode yet? Because even like at the top of the building, the thing is pink. Or is it just a theme with, I don't know, deep magenta? Were the eggs deep magenta? Is that what it is? Another time jump. They jumped 2 weeks later. Again, okay, so I said it before last week, and I'll say it again. This many time jumps doesn't help me feel how long they've been waiting and how long they've been stuck in this universe waiting to go home. There has to be another way to show the dragging on of time for them to get to each period. Like, there has to be some other way. Like, all these time jumps, there has to be something else. It doesn't help. Okay. So they're in the writer's room. He has used a line from Together, and the team loves it because, of course, Together doesn't exist in their universe, so they don't know what it's from. But of course, Tale knows what it's from. It's like, hey, you stole that from Together. Is it copyright infringement? Well, it doesn't exist in this universe. But I love where he's like telling him he needs a more swoon-worthy line for the male and female lead. And he decides to show him a scene that he acted in for a senior of his, and he's staring into Tele's Pwen is staring into Tele's eyes, trying to seduce him, and Talei's just making jokes the whole time. It kind of goes into the whole like I'm now going, is Talei even gonna fall for Pwen? Cause or maybe he like needs to get to know him better first, and once they get to know each other really well, he'll be like, I'm down. But yeah, that was another scene though of showing how great Jimmy is as an actor. Like, I love him. Like I said, he gives off main character energy. He did that in Bad Bunny, and he's doing it in this. And I think he's going to be one of the other actors I end up following and watching everything that he is in, because main character energy right here. Hold up. He is testing the waters. Don't you feel anything at all? What do you feel? Gas? Oh, he told him he feels I feel you are adorable. Okay, let me get back. Oh, when you pounce. Is that him flirting or not? I am so confused. Is he flirting? Wait, another thing. So they don't know how each other looks in the other world, of course. All they see is these faces. The faces of and Nanon. So, are they falling also for and Nanon looks wise? You know what I mean? Or Tess and Nanon's character Pacorn? Is that his name? Anyway, are they falling for that? Are they, when they see each other in the other world, are they already gonna like what they see? Does Pwen already like what he saw in the bathroom as he got a hat from a guy who didn't wash his hands? I have so many questions. Because he says he's cute when he pouts, but he's not seeing his face. Like, he's never actually seen his face, so what does he mean cute when you pout? Is he saying Nanon's character, Nanon, cute when he pouts? Like, I don't know. How fast are you going to go on a scooter though? Is this an ad for the scooter to be like, this scooter goes so fast, look at it, see how fast it's going? Yeah, it's definitely an ad for the scooter, because he's like, it's a fuel efficient motorbike. Yep. Why didn't he's like, turn right R for right and L for left? Why not just tap my right shoulder for right, tap my left shoulder for left? I guess we needed the whole writing thing, like when, you know, they do the whole write I love you on the back, which doesn't work. It's like, oh god. But I guess that's a cute little like is it like a cute little way to do that whole thing, I guess. All right, he's gonna pull something out of his pocket, and I think it's yes. Oh my god. All right, hold up. Let me pause this. So when he's like talking about how he's dizzy, and when he said he's dizzy, like so cute. When he said, oh, you're dizzy, hold up, and reached in his pocket, I was like, this is about to be another product placement. And they didn't disappoint, because of course it's that inhale thing that we've been seeing everywhere now, which I don't understand. What is that supposed to do? Give you fresh air? Make you breathe better? Like, don't you only do those if your nose is clogged so that it can help clear the clog in your nose? Am I mistaken? But yeah, this inhaling thing is also in this universe. So we got KFC, we got Nivea, we have Oishi, I can't remember the name right now, and we got this inhale thing, and we also have Yamaha bikes. Again, I wish they would do something where it's like somebody from that world who opened a business selling these things, because they missed those things from, you know, the other world, and they wanted to bring it for other people who traveled to the universe like them. That would be awesome. Or maybe it would have been better if this story actually took place in the other universe, and it's them traveling from the other universe, and they're finding these products like, oh, we don't have this back home. What is it called? Oh, it's called KFC. They sell this thing called fried chicken and potato chips. I've never heard of this. Wow, we should bring this back to our universe. Listen. New BL, or new BL actors, is my bias. Jimmy is my bias wrecker. Because the camera did a wide shot of him and C, sitting on those, like, that bench or whatever after he came out of the exams and his friends wanted to beat ton up and all that stuff. And sitting on, and the way he's sitting with his leg down and one leg up, I was just like, bias wrecker right there. He is my bias wrecker. When shooting his shot, what if it's me? All right, so they have found this cafe. They've gone inside. Pwen is like, this is it. This is the perfect cafe. Tells Tele, go outside, come back in. And then when Tele says, do they fall in love? He says, I think they do. Pwen says, I think they do. Which, like, of course, gives the feel of he's saying he's falling in love with Tele, or he sees Tele as someone he could fall in love with. Now they're sitting down and eating cake at the cafe, and Pwen says, man, your lover must be tired having to buy you desserts all the time. And Tele says he can buy his own dessert. And of course they start talking about the fact that, the key to finding your port key could be finding love or falling in love with someone. Now the thing about it is, Pwen isn't coming out right and just going, hey, do you want to date me? Anything like that. Do you think you could, get to know me better? Instead, he's trying to be sly with it, and he's like, when he asked that, when he asked, what if the key to finding your port key is finding love, would you be able to do it? Tele says, it depends on the person. And of course he goes, what if it's me? Like, it's just so, because the whole thing so far has been very cute and very sweet, and it feels like Pwen is trying to find ways to court Tele, or like lead Tele into knowing, hey, I am into you here, I am attracted to you, without just straight up telling him, like, hey, do you want to try dating? See if we're each other's port key? Which also makes me wonder, is it that Pwen, do you think Pwen has dreams? Because the whole thing is you don't dream until you meet your port key. Do y'all think Pwen is having dreams so he knows it's Tele? Is that it? It most likely is not it. I'm just trying to throw something in there. And I just realized I'm still on the first part. I haven't even gotten to the second part yet. That was 22 minutes for the first part. Huh. The other parts are like 13 minutes, 7 minutes, and 11 minutes. They put 22 minutes into the first part. I guess to get us hooked. He finally just said it. Pwen finally just said it. Hey, how about we fall in love? Oh gosh, please don't say it's a joke in the next segment. Please don't just be like, I was kidding. Just kidding. You're not into it. But I love that. I love that Pwen seems to be very just an out there person who's not afraid to say what he's thinking or how he feels. I think the bathroom is a great scene of it where he's like, did you wash your hands? Just put the hat, just give me the hat. All right, fix it. Still didn't wash your hands. And then it's like, it's really cute. The person who made it is cute. And when he looks like he's about to, just like, all that stuff. Like, he's not afraid to just speak. While Tele seems more reserved. Even though he, when he's talking about something he loves, when he's talking about being a colorist, he just spoke his mind and said whatever. But he still, like, is a little bit uncertain of himself in some areas, it feels like. So I feel like it's a good character matchup. But I really want to see if this does lead into them dating, which would be really nice and really cool and, like, pretty early in GMM TV shows, I guess. Is it? Because it's episode 4. Will they actually start dating, or will it take to like episode 6 or 7 for them to actually be dating seriously? Is he gonna say it's a joke? There's a kiss somewhere in here in this episode, so spoilers. Let's see. Why is Ooh so loud? He comes up on this nice place and is like, man, this place looks good. Look how gorgeous it is. Disturbing everybody's peace. I want that team folder. I want it for myself. And it can say friend credits on it too. I want one. He spent the team budget on folders? Oh, hit him harder. Harder. Make him regret it. Knock him out. This is actually kind of cute, but also horrible of the friends. Like, all right, we're just going to keep giving him drinks and watch as our friend take it from him and drink it instead. Why don't they just pour it out? Like, yeah. Okay, so CNET bar kind of just dropped in there with that. But, when, like, does hitting on someone mean stalking them now? Like, is that how you hit on someone? You stalk them and follow them to the bar where they're drinking with their friend to drink with them and then take them to your place. I think that's his place. To your place because they're passed out drunk. So you can wash their shirt. Because they threw up on it. Is this how we flirt now? Is this considered sexy? I don't know. Was that the choco pie? That's the choco pie. Oh, a whole basket of them. Instead of ramen, it's choco pie. Is there ramen somewhere? There has to be ramen. There has to be a ramen sponsor as well. There's always a ramen sponsor. Did choco pie steal the ramen sponsor or plot? Or KFC? Is he really about to sleep in a wet zebra shirt? Is he about to sleep in a wet shirt? I can't. Choco pie made it though. Okay, so in part 2, a lot of stuff from the in the next episode from episode 3 has been explained. So it's actually a wedding for their high school friend, and Ton is supposed to take pictures at the wedding, and Tess of course was invited as well because they went to high school together. And at the wedding they meet inside. First of all, I'm like, you're not going to take any pictures of them reacting to the video? Like, I'm sorry, my photography mind like kicked in. I'm like, I'd be taking pictures of their reactions to the video. I'd be taking pictures of the audience, everybody who's at the wedding's reactions to the video. It's like so romantic and sweet. This is like prime photography time. But we need dialogue between the two main characters. So I guess I will put that aside for that. And in it, of course, they're both admiring the video for different reasons. Point is admiring the video because of how romantic it is. And Tele is admiring the video because, you know, he's in editing and he's a colorist and all that stuff. So he's looking at the editing of it and all that. And he is saying to Puen, don't you want to get married? He should hire me to do your video. And Puen says, I should just marry a colorist. And I'm like, that line is so good. It's so good. That is prime flirtatious line. He didn't even go, why don't I marry you instead of hiring you? He just went, I'm just gonna find me a colorist and marry him. Wink, wink. There is definitely gonna be I feel like there's gonna be so much cutesy stuff. And now I understand the bouquet and all that stuff. Like, they were invited to a wedding. Let's go. And the flowers went right into Tun's hands. Okay, so and lotuses, of course, it's been clarified in the last episode. Instead of roses, lotuses are seen as love. Now, which makes me go, well, that's the thing. Roses technically weren't universal as well. They kind of were brought around the world and introduced to different parts and all that stuff. So I guess that's what would happen with lotuses then. Lotuses ended up being brought around the world and introduced to different parts. And that is now the sign of love. But it'd be interesting to know the history of that in that world. How did lotuses become the flower that represents love? And is it like because different colored roses mean different things? Like yellow is friendship, as we learned from Bible in Kid Porsche the hospital. So, uh, so yeah, yellow is friendship. So what does like? How do they do the lotuses? Are there different colored lotus? I don't know. I don't know my lotuses. Yes, so there is going to be a ramen one because the OK ramen is going to be there. So yes, there is going to be a ramen sponsor. Also, I guess it also shows, now that I'm looking at the scene play again in part 3, because they start off with that scene of the bouquet being caught. Tale has his hands up trying to block it, and Puen reaches out his hand and grabs it. So Puen is open to love, Tale is not, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like that, hopefully that's actually what they were going for, or I'm just like giving them more credit than they're worth, but that's what I feel like it looks like. Tale is not open to love, Puen is. Why is there so much baby's breath in that dang bouquet? And then now they're outside after, Puen has told the wedding party that, he's single, but he is hitting on someone. But the person is playing hard to get, He goes out to meet Tale, who's walked outside, and he's handing him the bouquet. And, Tale still has his hand in his pocket. He has to pull Tale's hand out of the pocket and give him the bouquet. Again, I might be giving them too much credit, but it's kind of like he is pushing his feelings or trying to hand his feelings to Tale. Tale won't accept the feelings, so he's like kind of forcing it into his hand, like, you will take my love. Again, could be giving them too much credit, but that's kind of the feel I get from it. Or maybe it's the whole idea that Tale doesn't see himself as someone who can accept love or deserving to accept love, and Puen is showing him that he also can accept love, or he doesn't see himself as someone who deserves love, and Puen is showing him that he does deserve love. That could be it too. So is this the first time Tale is taking Puen to... Oh wait. Okay, so now we're seeing the continuation of the conversation at the cafe. And Puen said, we can just fake it. And Tale said, love isn't something we can fake. And wow. And he's saying because he was an actor, he's faked it. And Tale fake it with someone else. Okay, so I see what's happening here. So he didn't take it seriously because probably of the after conversation of we can just fake falling in love. And now he's kind of realizing, oh, he might be serious about hitting on me. Maybe he thinks it's all still faking it. I hope whatever he's using on the window is removable, because I feel sorry for the custodian who has to go up there to remove it. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Puen is playing with feelings now. He is playing with feelings. Alright, so like when he's confronted with it, the fact that he's like, I'm doing it to be a better screenwriter, that's really... wow. I'm surprised he only got pushed. Like, I probably would have slapped him across the face for doing that. Because that's really hurtful and that's really messing with feelings. Like, it's, Or maybe he thinks because Tale says he's not interested in love, he thinks it's okay and it will go through fine. Like, gosh. Oh, C is doing a good job here because it looks like he's being driven close to tears. I love it. I said... I feel sorry for the custodian who's going to have to go up there and clean it. And what do they show? A custodian who is up there trying to clean it. Ooh. Making life harder for other people. That's what Puen did. All to do that in the end and be like, oh yeah, I was just joking. Okay, so... the fact that they're going back to this cafe, this archarium, what is it called, with a bunch of plants. the fact that they're going back there, I'm guessing this means we won't get a replay of this when they go to the other universe. I'm hoping, because I figured, this is going to be when they go back to the other universe, we're going to see this scene play out of him walking into a room, them seeing each other, and then it's like, is it love? Or will it be love? I think it will. Like, I thought it was going to be something like that, but it looks like we're going to have that now in this episode, at the end of the episode. Let us find out. I'm not there yet. There now. Was that a confession? He just said, are you messing with me again? Not messing with you at all. And kissed him. So is that the confession? And the apology was really sweet. And the whole idea of I knew exactly where you would be. And all, but was that a confession? Okay. So their closeness is, of course, getting more and more. In the next episode, it looks like they start filming the movie. So I'm guessing the script gets really good. And they get to stand in place of the lead actors, it looks like. But it looks like it was a shipping thing. Or maybe it was planned by Puen. Who knows? But we see Puen is being very lovey-dovey with Tele. So has he fully now admitted his feelings? Or is it still maybe not kind of thing? Like, how is this going? Still very cute. Still want to see, where this goes. Of course, still some sponsors that somehow exist in this other universe, because still got to make your money. I am excited for the next episode because I want to see how their relationship and their closeness grows. But yeah, I really want to know what's going on in the other universe as well. Have Tess and Tun found each other too? Like, what's next? What's going on? Yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Time for BL. And see you next time when we also go over Vice Versa, which will not be next week. Actually, it's going to be a late episode later in the week. And there'll be more about that. I'll be doing an episode about why I'm missing, or just posting it on Instagram. I'll post it on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are.